Hello, Professor and friends. For the second presentation of this class, we have to know a particular American chapter. So the actual war. Before I start, I must say that I'm thankful to the U.S. government project of preserving all the later speech and all the writing works of the founding father and make them available to public. Well, collecting data for this and various presentation, I have learned so much about history because reading it later allows me to understand it better as I view the situation from the angels. And also, it is really a unique idea of professor to make us do those presentations as it is a great way of learning. Now coming to the presentation, I'm going to talk about the issue of the date after revolution, revolutionary war review from the angel of Alexander Hamilton. As we learn in lecture this week, the period after Revolutionary War was a period of great change and establishment of constitutional and Congress to draft the Constitution by the founding father was the most important step in the U.S. history. The state had a total war date of 79 million in the 1770 year, and this money was to be paid back to the nation like Holland, like Holland. Alexander Hamilton was a statesman and one of the founding father of the nation. And when George Washington became the president, he became the secret secretary of the Treasury on September 11th, 1789. His his view on the date acting as the cement for U.S. will form in 1781, which he shows in his letter to Robert Morley in April 1781. A nation date, if it's not excessive, will be to us a nation blessing. It will be powerful cement of our unit. It will also create a necessity for keeping up taxation to a degree which, without being obsessed, will be a spade to industry. For Miss Hampton, the war date will definitely concept. However, he was sure that those can be paid off with a balance of revenue and a lower nation expenditure. He knew that taxation is necessary to generate revenue for the Congress to keep paying the debt. But he was not sure of the ability of the state to pay off the individual debt. As he said, a question may arise about these abilities of those states to pay their debt after establishment of their independence. Um, Hamilton considered the war debate date to be foreign date because it was taken from other nations and in his first report on public credit given on January 9, 1790, he discussed the requirement of the foreign date. as he said, that loans in time of probably probably dangerous, especially from foreign war, are found indispensable resource even to the wealthiest of them, and that in a country um, which like this is a process of little activity wealthy active wealthy, or in other words little money capital. The necessity for that resource must must in such emergency be no be proportionally uh, and as on the one hand the necessity for the borrowing in particular emergency cannot be doubted. So on the other, it is equally evident that to be able to borrow good then good then it is essential that the credit of a nation should be well established. This shows that he understood that American need a good credit history to take loans from other nations in case it is needed money in future and for the same purpose. Mm, it needed to pay back the war debt in a good time to maintain its reputation. He also was aware that the state would not be able to pay back the debt on their own, and the unified system has to be put in place. Hamilton, acting as the secret, Secretary of the Treasury, suggests the assumption of the debt of the particular state by the Union, and like provision for them. As for those of the Union, will be a measure of sound policy and uh, subsistent substantial justice. The first U.S. government was formed in red, as Miss Hampton covenants the Congress to take responsibility for all the state date. Another very important point here is the mention of the war policy and the justice, which shows that how important justice and policy were to the founding father. Mm, in the first report on public credit, the paying of debt as a nation is linked with severing the justice and the being fair to the lender shows that justice and the fairness were the found, foundation of the American Constitution. Uh, Hamilton, like all the founding fathers, wants want American to be a just nation. The linkage of war date with justice and the Congress to assures the war date as the nation date in the name of justice and fairness, reinforce the primary Republican principle. Mm, the chairman, the chairman of the world state individually owned by state, and the levying, levying of tax to increase the revenue along with the issue. Government bonds was the Hampton uh, treas- tre- treasury which work for the best and the unity the whole country, united, united the whole country. As he uh, in in his 1781 later to Robert Morris. Thank you for your time.